And DD India correspondent Shubhendu Ghosh is joining us from Atlanta to give us more updates on what's happening in the United States. Hi, Shubhendu. You are there since so many days, and we are seeing some wonderful reports by you. I'll talk to you about the US elections, but first, just tell us about some Diwali celebrations there in the United States, very quickly.
Right, Siddharth, Diwali celebrations, in fact, at many places just concluded a couple of hours ago. Atlanta time, it's about 11 p.m. At night, and we just witnessed some Diwali celebrations a short while ago. Also, many will continue over the weekend. The trend is that because it's not a public holiday in every state like New York, a lot of these celebrations are reserved for the weekend. So we'll see many big celebrations happening on Saturday and Sunday as well. But Indian American community really coming together to celebrate Diwali.
Definitely, Shubhendu. All right. Now tell us the overall feel of the upcoming polls there, Shubhendu, and how's the campaigning going on for both Trump and Harris? Just few days left for the polls.
That's right, Siddharth. If I can quickly tell you about Georgia, it's a very, very closely fought state by both Kamala Harris and Donald Trump. Both have campaigned very hard in the state. It's an important swing state. If we see the demography, the Black American population, the conventional Republican voter base, they're really pitted against one another, and therefore it's such a close contest and difficult to predict. If we talk about the current campaigning, both Donald Trump and Kamala Harris are in far west, Nevada and Arizona. Those are again swing states. We see the candidates putting in all their energy and efforts in the swing states that are likely to determine the outcome of the presidential elections. For now, we also see these candidates engaging in a lot of damage control, a lot of political discourse, which is problematic, has been practiced in the past few days by both sides. And we see the candidates trying to really shield themselves from the negative impact of it. But swing states holding the key, and just a few days to go for the big election day now. Siddharth?
Definitely, Shubhendu. Shubhendu, what are the main issues that voters in Atlanta are focused on this time around?
Well, if you take a look at it, Siddharth, the issues broadly that we've been talking about for the past many weeks, whether it's immigration, whether it's cost of living, the economy, the hugely sensitive issue of abortion, also the conflicts going on outside of America, where America is invested in a significant manner, those are common issues across the states of United States of America. But these swing states, it is not a unique issue, but it is the demography, it is the difficulty in predicting the outcome, difficulty in predicting which leader has more supporters, and therefore which leader is expected to sweep the electoral college votes is what makes these swing states particularly interesting. But the issues, as I mentioned, those are the key issues, not just in swing states, but whole of America. And both the leaders have put forth very sharply different positions on those. So it's a sharply divided, polarized elections. We'll have to see against whom the polarization would work and who will it support.
You're in Atlanta right now, Shubhendu. You must be talking to people out there. What are they saying? Which way is the wind blowing as of now? What is your analysis when you talk to them?
That's an interesting question, Siddharth. We really, again, we get a sense of the swing state very clearly. We come across supporters of either Kamala Harris or Donald Trump, and they're very confident about that their candidate is going to win. And that is what they also say to opinion poll makers, and therefore this has emerged as a swing state. Is difficult to predict, but at the same time there are these undecided voters, which in every state, especially swing states, it goes up to a percentage of about, say, 5 to 7% undecided voters who have not made up their mind, or perhaps who don't intend to vote. Their decision is going to be very, very crucial. A few hundred votes could make a difference in who takes the swing states and all the electoral votes with it. And therefore, it's very, very crucial to read the mind of people who really haven't spoken on their choices yet.
And it is believed to be a neck-and-neck fight, Shubhendu?
Oh, absolutely. It's a very, very closely contested election, and therefore the tensions are also on the rise. Siddharth, all kinds of allegations are being made. There's a lot of pressure on the authorities conducting the polls as well. Their security has been heightened. There have been reports of the poll authorities getting threats, and therefore different arrangements like drone monitoring, bulletproof glasses. Authorities say it's quite unprecedented in the manner in which the security apparatus for the poll authorities has been stepped up. So in that sense, the tensions are expected to rise till one knows what is the outcome of the elections.
Definitely. Shubhendu, Trump quoted Latino voters at a rally and said that he expects fraudulent voting in Tuesday's election. What efforts are being made to ensure fair voting in the elections? You just told, you told us some things which includes drone surveillance as well. Some other things which are being done by the government to ensure fair voting in the elections?
We have to see, Siddharth, also that it is the time for political campaigning, and all tricks in the book are put to use. These allegations of potential fraudulent voting are also seen as very often pressure tactics by candidates to put additional pressure on the opponent, to put pressure on the polling agent. We know from the past that there may have been cases of mismanagement, but large-scale case of election fraud or election stealing, as Donald Trump had also claimed in the year 2020, when he lost by a close margin to Joe Biden, has not been really proven. But yet again, we see these allegations on the rise. So the poll officials, of course, are doing everything they can to ensure a free and fair polling. But in the election season, these sort of pressure tactics are quite common, and we see Donald Trump practicing them a bit more than perhaps Kamala Harris.
Definitely, Shubhendu. Seems like the intensity, in fact, is really, really high ahead of the elections, and both the candidates are trying their best to woo the voters. But thank you so much for your wonderful analysis. We'll keep taking updates from you. Since it's just